A lawyer for Paul Manafort is dismissing the indictment against his client as ridiculous. On Monday, the president's former campaign manager and his deputy pleaded not guilty to charges that included money laundering and conspiracy. Manafort's attorney said there's no evidence that anyone colluded with Russia. And another Trump campaign official has admitted he lied to investigators about his interactions with Russian nationals. Foreign policy advisor George Papadopoulos accepted a plea deal in exchange for cooperating with special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. In local news, people across the state are remembering Montana's only female governor, Judy Martz, after she passed away Monday at the age of 74. Martz was battling pancreatic cancer. She lived a life filled with many accomplishments. A native of Big Timber, Martz competed as a speed skater in the 1964 Winter Olympics in the 1,500-meter race. In 1995, Governor Mark Roscoe surprised nearly everyone when he chose her as his lieutenant governor. Together, they won re-election on the Republican ticket in 1996. Martz then ran for governor in 2000. She won a close victory over Democrat Mark O'Keefe to become Montana's first female governor. As governor, Martz signed a major reform of Montana state income taxes, cutting the top rate from 11% to 6.9%. Martz served 2001 through 2004 and chose not to run for re-election. Outpourings of support came from both our state and nation's capitals. Montana's senior Senator John Tester talked about not what Martz built, but what she broke. Governor Judy Martz shattered the glass ceiling at our state's capital, showing young women all across Montana what's possible if you work hard. And Attorney General Tim Fox says Martz's life was full of accomplishments. He says, quote, "Today Montana lost a dedicated public servant, a valuable stateswoman, and an all-around good person. Governor Martz was a longtime friend and will be missed by many." Governor Steve Bullock reflected on Martz's legacy in Montana. While she will always leave her mark in our history as a trailblazer for women, we will also remember the spirited enthusiasm she brought both in her service to Montanans and through her lifelong love for our state. Montana's junior Senator Steve Daines recanted the importance of a certain accessory. Judy was rarely seen without a pin of the humble turtle on her lapel and would often invoke a saying that embodied her fearlessness and courage. "Behold the turtle, he only moves forward when his neck is stuck out." Funeral arrangements for Governor Martz are still pending. In court news, a person of interest in the murders of 3 people in Lodgegrass this summer is now charged with a shooting here in Billings. The charges that were filed on Monday stem from a shooting in Billings about 2 weeks ago. 32-year-old Roderick Plentyhawk is charged with felony assault with a weapon. Court documents state Plentyhawk pulled up in an alley near the intersection of 4th Avenue South and South 28th Street and began firing shots at the victim. The male victim was struck in the leg and he took off running. The victim later told officers he was shot at again that night near the intersection of St. John's and 11th Street West. Plentyhawk was the person of interest in the murders of 3 people at a home in Lodgegrass this summer. He has never been charged with the murders, and the FBI says the investigation is ongoing. The house where the victims were killed was set on fire and burned to the ground just days later. Plentyhawk is in custody at the Yellowstone County Jail. Meanwhile, a man on probation for sexual assault in Missoula is now accused of trying to rape a teenage girl here in Billings. 44-year-old Mark William McGuire made his initial appearance in Yellowstone County Justice Court on Monday. He's charged with 1 count of attempted sexual intercourse without consent. Billings police received a report Friday that a 16-year-old girl had been sexually assaulted. Officers spoke with the girl, who said she was babysitting and stepped outside for a moment. That's when she encountered McGuire, who was heavily intoxicated. The girl said McGuire approached and sexually assaulted her before she could push him off. When questioned by police, McGuire denied the allegations but said, quote, "I want this 15-year-old kid." He's being held at the Yellowstone County Jail on a $150,000 bond. We now know the name of the 63-year-old man who was killed in a rollover crash west of Huntley on Saturday afternoon. The Yellowstone County coroner identified the victim as Richard Fuchs of Shepherd. Fuchs was a passenger in an eastbound Chevy pickup on Highway 312 Saturday when the pickup veered off the road for an unknown reason and rolled several times. Both occupants, including a 39-year-old Billings man, were ejected from the truck. Neither was wearing a seatbelt. The driver was taken by helicopter to a Billings hospital. His condition is unknown. The Montana Highway Patrol says speed is considered a factor in the crash. Elsewhere, a western Montana jail has closed. Mineral County commissioners shut down the county jail on Friday due to safety concerns. In a video of Friday's county commission meeting, the Mineral County attorney Ellen Donahue says one of the detention officers walked out on the job Thursday night, leaving just 2 remaining. The jail houses up to 28 inmates. All of those inmates are being transported to other holding facilities. Not all of the inmates are Mineral County arrests. The county was paid more than $60 per day per inmate to house prisoners from places like Montana State Prison and Department of Correction inmates. Sheriff Tom Bauer says between poor pay and difficult hours, attracting and retaining employees has been difficult. Authorities say they will continue to make necessary arrests and use the jail to temporarily hold Mineral County inmates until they can be transferred. In other news, early hunting results for the first 2 weekends of big game season are off a bit compared to last year. According to Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks, the deer harvest is lower than last year, but the number of elk going through the game stations is up sharply from a year ago. Hunters last year checked 44 elk, but this year that number is already at 147. This fall, FWP is also gathering tissue samples to test for the presence of chronic wasting disease, which affects the central nervous system of game. The disease continues to expand. FWP believes it's only a matter of time before it hits Montana. Now here's a story to get you in the Halloween spirit. Montana's original governor's mansion rarely opens to visitors after the sun goes down, but there is one exception. Tonight for Halloween, the doors will open for those who dare stop by and take a peek inside. There have only been a handful of times the doors have opened for such an event, allowing the bravest to walk into the mansion and possibly see what others have spoken of. Ghostly sightings of a former first lady and her small child wandering the home, or the ghost cat who slips away into the night. Tour guide Bobby Harris, who also helps care for the home, says the historic mansion is open to everyone tonight, but warns that the mansion's ghostly stories are nothing to take lightly. The festivities at the historic mansion take place tonight from 6 to 8.